Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Twisted Modworks. This is Kyle, and this is a Nerf Maverick. As you can see, this kind of just looks like a stock Maverick, right? Black cylinder, slide. This is semi-auto, magazine-fed, half-dart flywheel shooting of awesome fun. So what is this, guys? This is the MAYFLY files from Thingiverse. This is a crazy thing. Basically, take your Maverick, throw 99% of the internal parts out. You need the trigger, you need the spring, screws, just about it. And then you print a magazine well, both sides of the cylinder, the battery door, which I have on magnets to make it just slightly easier. A whole bunch of internal pieces. For the pusher, it is half trigger pull to rev, full trigger pull to fire, and you guys get the point. So why don't we just fire this thing? So here you go. This is a very, very small battery door opening. This kit recommends XT30 connectors. I don't happen to have any XT30 connectors, so I just went with a XT60 on a longer wiring than probably is recommended. I do have the Venom Pro batteries on the way. That's what this will get. It will just run off of that kind of small LiPo. I know it will fit. I have one, tested it, works fine. But this is what I have to test this with. So we're gonna go ahead and do just that. But as you can tell, half trigger. And this is a pretty honest, like, really fun thing. You can kind of trick people with the battery cover on and be like, yeah, I'm just running a Nerf Maverick at this war. Or, you know, if you're out having fun, you can kind of trick people. It is kind of cool like that, but in all honesty, you take your Talon magazine, load it up, half pull, and you get the point. It is a little difficult to keep it at a full rev because you have that half trigger pull that also starts feeding the pusher mechanism. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see into that mag well there, but you can kind of get the idea of how that pusher mechanism works. It is all gear driven, so you have one gear on the gear, or on the pusher itself. The next one is a spinning gear with top and bottom gears, and then there is the trigger mechanism, which has another side of gears. So it's a lot of moving parts in there, and there's a lot really going on, but in the end it is pretty simple, and I did my wiring slightly different because this was not the easiest thing to wire up. But guys, this does not shoot the best. This mainly probably gets around 80-90 FPS, and that is because we are not necessarily using the best motors for this purpose. We are using whatever motors I had left and laying around. So these are honey badgers out of a Raven that you guys will see soon. So not really the best of situations, just to be completely and brutally honest, but come on, in the end, there's always room for improvement. You can take this back apart. But in the end, that is not really a big deal. There's always room for improvement. Go ahead, switch out motors, switch out wheels. And just a quick little chrono, one dart. Not really gonna be the best situation here, but let's do it. Half 82.2. Wanna do another one. This thing is so fun. And then 80.2. So as you can see, not the highest hitting blaster. This is running a really new concept platform for me. This is a FTW small micro flywheel cage. Obviously the motors kind of fit just the way normal motors fit. They're a little bit different, as you would expect, but nothing crazy. But this is not running FTW flywheels. This is running these. These are a new concept wheel that I have designed and am testing with multiple blasters right now. This is a replacement FTW wheel. Now there will be a video and posts and concepts out on this, depending on how testing goes. But as of right now, you'll see this is kind of two cone shapes in the proper dimensions with ribbing in the middle. And I think I'm getting dart slippage just because I can see little pieces of darts in the barrel here, but at the same time, these were a really cool concept, and this was something I was designing and I really wanted to test. So this worked really well. Obviously, there's a pair of these in here, sitting as such. But right now, there's one tester for these, and hopefully we're doing pretty well. I have not reached out in a bit, but we shall see how that all goes. Depending on the uploading of this video, and depending on how testing is going, I am looking for testers to go ahead and test these wheels and any revisions that I come up with next. Probably just to get a little bit more ribbing out of the middle of these, in all honesty, but we'll play it one step at a time. And guys, that is the MAYFLY, the fully 3D printable kit from Thingiverse. Obviously, you need motors, switch, wires, wheels, but this is a really cool concept, and something I think that just looks ridiculous, a Maverick with a magwell. Full disclosure, you can print this the other way. You can print the magwell on the left-hand side or the right-hand side, and obviously that switches the place of your battery door. But, you know, most people being right-handed shooters, that is more of a easy release. There is no mag release to this situation. There is just friction. When you go ahead and assemble this, there's a little mag release guy right here. Right there. And that is entirely based on friction. That is holding in the notch in the magazine through tension. It's one piece of plastic. I recommend you print as much of this in 100% infill as you can, minus the cylinder replacement panels, just because your gears will shear, your switch mount you need to be able to screw into. You just need to do the little things. And print this in PLA if you have it. If you have PETG or ABS, maybe look into doing that, just because these gears will wear. I am not necessarily noticing any decrease in the gears themselves, but it's practical. Come on, PLA wears. We all know it. You put two things of plastic together, you can lubricate them as much as you want, but they will wear. And guys, that is the MAYFLY, the half dart Talon magazine-fed Nerf Maverick. Who does not love the Nerf Maverick in general? The OG cylinder-fed blaster in our hobby. And now you get to revamp her up and have a nice, compact, semi-auto, primary-worthy blaster, depending on your setup. So thank you guys very much for watching. Obviously, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the little bit of clips that are included in this. This is honestly one of the things that I thought was going to be really easy. All the parts were printed in about a day and a half. Everything was starting to slide together nicely until you hit the wiring, where you have to then undo everything you did, because you should really wire it first, because you need to snake your wires underneath your gear brace, but you can't do that once you've screwed it in and once the plastic's in. You guys get the point. So there's instructions in this kit. Download them, look through them, use your best judgment, because there are things that I really would have done differently. Like, I would have pre-wired this and then put all the gear stuff in, just so I could make the wiring the way I like it. My wiring snakes down through here. You can see the bulge in the shell. It snakes through here, through burn the channels, through here, down here, and into the grip. You're supposed to take it through the channel in the middle of the cylinder, but it's not big enough. Your battery compartment and your magazine well on this side take up too much space. You can see how this is diagonal. It takes up too much space for you to route your wiring. So really do keep that in mind. I do recommend doing it not the way in the actual breakdown on how to do it, unless you are more confident and maybe just have more time to tinker. But I really wanted this project done quickly, being that it is 100% at home. Nothing was necessarily needed to purchase for this blaster. So, thank you guys very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the kind of stuff we like doing. I have some really nice things back on the bench here that you will be seeing soon. And again, thank you guys very much for watching. As always, peace out, bros.